Welcome to stage 1 of the Tour de France. We have started the individual time trial here in Campo, and we're getting an overview of this short course with Tony Giorgio. At the finish line, Otis Grimsby has just set the best time of 10 minutes 37 seconds, but still some good time trialists to come because Emil Meyer and Hippolyte Toutain have not finished yet. This is the biggest race of the season and the final race of the season. More points are on offer than any other race, and a lot of places are up for grabs, and these stage wins in the Tour de France are worth more than the other stage races, so they're very valuable, and the stage hunting team's sure to get a lot out of this race, but the same goes for the general classification because a truly monstrous amount of points on offer. And Giorgio, as you see, is already near the end of this course. There's the Flamme Rouge. He was 11th at the first time check, so a decent ride by Giorgio. He's not going to score points, but still up there on the leaderboard of the stage. And here comes Hippolyte Toutain. He was 2nd place at the first time check. Riding into the finish, we'll see if he can overhaul Otis Grimsby. That's not going to be the case. 2nd place at 4 seconds, but here comes Jean-Marie Caillou, one of the big favorites to win the Tour de France along with Hippolyte Toutain. And he's lost 22 seconds at the finish, 18 of those are to Toutain. So in the battle of the French riders, Toutain gets a very small early advantage. There's Navarro, another long-term contender. But here comes Emil Meyer, fastest time at the finish, 2 seconds ahead of Otis Grimsby. I don't think anyone's going faster than Emil Meyer today. There's Heinrich Kromer, who's just finished. Here is Carlos Snello, the Colombian climber and the leader of the Sismic team for the mountains. He's one of the worst time trialists in the peloton. 85th out of 88 VeloTour cyclists, not the start you're looking for in the Tour de France. However, Nello should be more concerned about winning stages in the mountains because too much time trialing for him to win the race overall. Superchalk Trot about the last rider to finish there, but that gives the victory over to Emil Meyer by 4 seconds ahead of Otis Grimsby. 3rd place was Hippolyte Toutain, 8 seconds, Rico Rudiger of Euskaltel Euskadi 4th at 9 seconds, and Abdul Kader Ngama of Jupiler was 5th at 11 seconds. Time gap's still small. It seems everyone finished within a minute of the stage winner, so I don't think anyone's lost the Tour de France on stage 1. The general classification looks just like the stage classifications. It was a time trial after all, and the first leader in the green jersey points competition is Emil Meyer because he has won the stage. I highly doubt he will keep that after stage 2, however, and predictably Kyoto leading the team competition of stage 1. That's pretty much all there is to talk about for stage 1 of the Tour de France. So with that, we'll go ahead and jump right into the second stage. Picking up the race 30 kilometers from the finish, and you see the leader Emil Meyer in his yellow jersey. No big attacks on this stage so far. The peloton not interested at all in doing any of the attacking. There were no breakaways, so no one looking for the precious TV time. There were 2 intermediate sprints out on the course. They were both won by Kasper Bosmans. Other sprinters who scored well were Johnny Valters, Ishikawa Kitetsu, and Superchalk Shrativat. And the one categorized climb on the course was won by Marcel Lefebvre. That was a category 4 climb, so it's worth a single point. But we have an uphill finish today at the Mur de Bretagne. It's a category 3 climb, so the stage winner will score 2 points and will become the first leader of the polka dot jersey mountains classification. And as a reminder, time bonuses on offer at the finish: 10 seconds for first place, 6 seconds for second place, and 4 seconds for third place. So possibly a shift in the leadership of the Tour de France if Emil Meyer were to lose any time on this stage. Here come the green jerseys of Futura Forestall, led by Jan Fung here in the peloton. They have a couple of riders who could try something on this stage, like Virgil Lazarescu, Jonathan Kaiser. I was gonna say Jamal Safari, but he's doing some of the work here. Futura Forestall have had potential in the hilly races, but they failed to capitalize on those opportunities. Other riders and teams outscoring them in that terrain. Meyer just trying to stay close to the front of the pack here. He does want to keep that yellow jersey. He does score points for his team every day he holds that jersey. Same goes for any leader of any classification, including the team classification. And there's also a lot of pride in leading a Grand Tour, especially the Tour of France. That yellow jersey, also known as the Golden Fleece, is so precious, and it's every rider's dream to wear it at least once in their career. So we'll see if another rider can make their dreams come true on the Mur de Bretagne. And a couple little ripples between here and the finish, no major climbs, but enough to cause a little bit of pain in the legs of the riders. 13 kilometers to ride. Castelli, Futura Forestall showing the most interest in the stage. Castelli must be feeling confident in Ugo Zorzi. He had that great result in Il Lombardia, attacking so far from the finish and finishing in second place. So perhaps that team feels like Ugo Zorzi has finally found his legs in the late parts of the season. Could try for a stage win here in Bretagne. Meanwhile, Valnoor with Superchalk Trotbot also interested in the stage. This has to be for Jerome Moikin, or maybe Chung Ling Shin, who is their leader for the general classification. Ling Shin finished second place in the Giro d'Italia by just 26 seconds. He led the race on the final mountain stage, but was just passed up by Jean-Marie Caillou. So Ling Shin looking for revenge in the Tour de France. He's one of the big contenders. Another uphill section here. Natalia now in control. See if Rodolfo Lucci goes for the win today. And that's the 5Ks to go banners. We enter into the village. Final climb Mur de Bretagne, around 1.7 kilometers long. It's steepest in the bottom, then levels out towards the top. And we're reaching the base of it now. Valnoor in control, Futura Forestall, Natali all have riders up here. And we'll see if the punchers will launch any attacks. They're slow on the bottom, so we'll see if the sprinters can stick around. 1.5Ks to go. Frank Chausson of Nautalia leading the charge. Caillou is up there for Euskaltel, could look for a time bonus. Here comes the Forum Bruges, Gonzalo Galvez launching the sprint. I think that's Chung Ling Shin of Valnoor on his left shoulder. But look through the center, the Nautalia rider, it's Rodolfo Lucci. Sprinting to the line, one of his teammates taking him on, I think that's Uday Baya. But Lucci, I think, just gets past Chung Ling Shin to win the stage. Second place for the Chinese climber, and importantly, a time bonus, because he is trying to win the Tour de France after all. And Josephine Udebaya getting third place, also of Nautalia. So first and third for the Nautalia team. They've been on the rise in the recent races. They won Esquire in Frankfurt, they were top 5 in Coppa Emilia, and they finished third in Lombardy, and they've already got 2 stage wins in the Tour de France, because Emil Meyer won the time trial on stage 1. So that is a great start for that team, and we'll go into the results now, with Rodolfo Lucci top of the standings for stage 2, Chung Ling Shin second place in the same time, in fact, a big bunch finishing in the same time, so nobody important losing precious few seconds there. Josephine Udebaya in third place, she continues to be brilliant in the second half of the season. Jim Alsaferi fourth for Futura Forestall, Gonzalo Galvez, who launched his sprint very early in 5th place, and Laida Maxiota Navarro, Uda, and Tyrus Tosh also in the top 10. The general classification is pretty much unchanged. None of the riders who were up there in stage 1 were contending for time bonuses in stage 2, so Emil Meyer of Nautalia will keep his race lead. There is a change in the points classification. Due to the intermediate sprints out on the course, Kasper Bosmans will now wear that green jersey, Ishikawa Kitetsu in second place, and the stage winner Rodolfo Lucci up to third. And another reward for winning that stage is the King of the Mountains jersey for Rodolfo Lucci. He has 2 points, Ling Shin and Lefay just 1, so they are the only riders to score so far. And there's no more mountains until stage 6, I believe, so Rodolfo Lucci will get to have that jersey for at least a few days. And no change in the team classification, Kyoto's still leading after the results of the Stage 1 time trial. The first two stages of the Tour de France could not have gone any better for Natalia. They lead the race overall, they lead the mountains classification, and they've won 2 of the stages. See if they can keep it up on Stage 3, that is a flat stage for the sprinters. So that's the chance for riders like Supachak Trothivat and Heinrich Kromer to show their speed and make their assault on the Green Points jersey. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time for Stage 3.